Staff Union of Nigeria. Maybe they are the ones that are playing the games. It was about last week we talked about the chief judge being removed from office and being replaced with somebody, with another chief judge temporarily. But this week, the governor of Osun State came out and said there is nothing like that.
Yeah.
So we now keep wondering, are the papers lying? Are the people lying? Is the governor lying? But this morning again, another news reaching us right now is on the newspaper this morning that the court workers protest assembly listens. The members of the Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria in Osun State on Monday, that was yesterday, staged a protest against the state chief judge, Justice Adepele Ojo. The chief judge, they are accusing for the benefit. They said, given that the Osun State House of Assembly received several petitions alleging corruption against the chief judge of Osun State, the Osun State House of Assembly would have been negligent and in breach of its constitutional responsibilities if it had ignored the petitions. For the benefit of the public, some of the allegations against the chief judge are diversion of the fund for the State Judiciary Library, diversion of the robe allowance of a brother judge of the Osun State High Court, which is about 5 million naira, indiscriminate suspension of judicial staff without going through the Judicial Service Commission, and diversion of their salaries, diversion of revenue due to the government from filing electronic affidavit through the sole appointment of a consultant by the chief judge. In this case, the consultant makes 1,000 naira on affidavit, as against just 250 naira that has been remitted to the state coffers. Disobedience to a court judgment that discharged and acquitted the judicial staff of the allegation of embezzling 30,000 naira type and sheet phone, and diversion of the proceeds that were recovered from the convicted armed robbers of the Ikirun robbery. Meanwhile, the protesting workers as early as 7 a.m. on Monday locked the entrance to the High Court, leaving lawyers and litigants stranded. Among other things, the placard-bearing workers accused the CJ of refusing to pay them wardrobe allowances in the last 3 years, despite budgetary approval.
This is not funny again. This is about corruption. And that's what we're saying.
When the judiciary is corrupted.
When you begin to hear things like this, you wonder the outside world, how they want to go, how are they going to come into a system like this? I begin to wonder, people that wants to put money into a system like this is pure corruption. And first, yesterday, the governor said that he did not sack her. And now, workers are protesting.
The governor did not sack her, actually.
No, she was removed.
Yeah, to step down
it was sacked.
for the investigation.
She said she was sacked, but it was just temporarily. You step aside. Let's go into this matter to
and
see.
Stepping aside, immediately there must be an acting CJ in that place.
Just natural.
There was an acting CJ
now,
last week.
Yes.
So why did they come
I
out
think
tonight?
it's the people that are suffering. If you're charging sometimes they charge 1,000 and you go there and they will tell you 2,000.
For affidavit.
Meanwhile, the state government is supposed to have an amount inside. You're taking 1,000. You're supposed to put in the 1,000 inside there, if I'm right with what you read.
Yeah.
And you fix it into 50. So someone is just everything. So how are we going to solve the problem or the challenge of corruption in a country like this? This is not.
Ladies and gentlemen, I stand different from this analysis, and I say, look, let's be very careful. Let's be very, very, very careful. Politicians are at it. Mobotocracy, mob, the rule of the mob. If I have anything, if I thought to my real, this handsome-looking guy has snatched my woman back in the day, I'll wait for him, and then I'll look for whatever it is, and then put it at his desk. I can even smuggle heroin and put it in his pocket. There is a process when a judicial officer has found one thing. You list this stuff and take it to the National Judicial Commission. It is that responsibility. The state governor has no right under the Constitution to allegedly do what he did.
To say stay aside and let's do.
No.
The international courts told them not to dismiss her, that she shouldn't stay aside.
But the state assembly.
Have you reported her? It has gone through
the usual process.
Before you now then take action. If for everybody that you see, I say, oh, this one looks like a thief, you cut the person's neck, then we are in a jungle. And in any case, the same social media made it point blank. I dare say, until proven guilty, Mrs. Ojo is a judicial officer. We should continue to watch very carefully. The social media came and said one of the reasons, allegedly, why she's been hounded is because she was not going to change her mind concerning that Adedoyin, Onu-Adedoyin guy, who is a positive.
We had the faceless blogger that spoke about
Which
that.
one are we going to believe?
I don't believe in social media.
Look,
totally.
my point
I believe in the real traditional newspapers. I do not. If you begin to look at social media and begin to take your explanations from social media, you get it wrong. Some of them are not even, they're not true. They want to get